AT&T. My name is Kevin Prendergast from the Retirement Network. And as you can probably tell by the bad lighting in this room, it's a gloomy day here in Chicago. It's December 16th, 2020, as I record this video. And this is a gloomy message. I'm not going to sugarcoat it. We always like to begin by clarifying that AT&T has many different groups of employees, a number of different groups of employees. So the following benefit changes may or may not apply to you. It's our understanding that the changes that I'm about to describe with respect to retiree health insurance and with respect to the calculation of pension benefits applies to legacy employees and to non-bargained employees. So for example, if you are a union employee, these changes probably don't apply to you, but they might be a sign of what's to come. So just because these particular changes don't apply to you might be worth listening to this message just to kind of get a sense of what might be coming in the future. So an email went out yesterday, December 15th, that discussed changes to retiree health insurance benefits and to the calculation of pension benefits. And again, it appears that these changes apply to legacy employees and to non-bargained employees only at this time. So important to determine whether or not these changes apply to you. But let's start with health insurance. That's the most straightforward one. So it appears that AT&T is kind of going seeing other companies, seeing what benefits other companies offer to their employees and trying to kind of bring AT&T's benefits package in line. And the unfortunate reality in this country these days is that many employers do not offer pension benefits and do not offer any kind of retiree health insurance benefits. So AT&T might be looking at the benefits it offers and saying, you know what, no one else is doing this. We don't need to either. This stuff is expensive. So it seems that the direction is to reduce benefits as opposed to add them at this time. It seems to be the trend. So on the health insurance front, if you retire January of 2022 or later, it appears you will not be eligible for subsidized health insurance between the time you retire and age 65. So again, this is legacy and non-bargained at this time. So if you're a union, this doesn't apply to you at this time, is our understanding. But if you are someone who retires January 2022 or later, and you are not yet 65, historically, you have had access to health insurance on very favorable terms because AT&T was picking up a significant percentage of the tab from the time you retire until you turn 65. When you turn 65, you go on Medicare and everything changes. That subsidy will go away if you retire 2022 and beyond. So you'll still have access to your health insurance coverage, but you'll be paying the full price. So what has traditionally been an employee share that you pay and an employer share that AT&T pays, AT&T is not going to pay that employer share anymore. You will pay the full cost. It still might be favorable compared to trying to get that coverage on your own, but it might change your thinking a little bit with respect to retirement. Because it could be significant. It could be $5,000, $10,000, $15,000 a year that we're talking about between the time you retire and age 65. So that's the health insurance piece. The pension piece is a little more complex. To distill it down to a couple thoughts. Your service time and the various pension and interest credits that you received from the time you started through the end of 2021 are unaffected. It's only if you continue working in a pension eligible position beyond 2021, so into 2022, and again, this is legacy and non-bargained only that we're talking about, you will still receive pension credits, pay credits towards your pension benefit. Those credits just won't be as generous as they have been in the past. So your pension benefit amount will not increase as quickly 2022 and beyond for service time in 2022 and beyond as it has historically. I think that is probably the simplest way and most straightforward way to describe it. Again, two not very positive changes two very negative developments that might change your thinking, that may or may not apply to you, right? So I don't want to be alarmist and say that this applies to every single AT&T employee. It's important to confirm whether or not this applies to you. But if it does, good idea to really think about what your plan is over the course of 2021. We're sitting here in December of 2020, so we've got about a year to think about all this stuff and think about whether or not it changes our long-term plan. So if you have any questions, feel free to give us a call, shoot us an email, make an appointment. We'll be happy to talk it through. All right, take care, everyone. Bye.